What's up, dude? Oh,
Do I sound nasally? Oh, I got some gas. I'll show you.
I was going to respond to the first one nasally and then hit me with the wham bam. That's a two.
Well, you know what? A lot's going on over.
Two-hit combo. Call me slack.
Yeah, a lot's going on here in the household. Things.
Is it thanks to Big J?
Oh, it's probably because I've been eating like an animal all weekend, dude. So look. All right. So here's a prime example. Like yesterday after work, I came home, took a nap, and Laura was at like this brunch thing with some friends or whatever. And I was like, okay, look, I was like, chick's gonna get a little day drunk. I'll come pick you up. You know, you have a good time, whatever. Don't worry about it. So I came home. I was like, I'm gonna go down to, I'm going down to Gills and have a drink. Jessica was working, and I was like, I'll come down there and see her. Then I sat on the couch and took a nap. I was out. I sat down for like 20 minutes. I was like, and so I wake up. Anywho, Laura's like, come get. She's like, come get me. I'm like, bet. I'm like, I'm on the way. So I get there, and I'm dressed like an idiot. Like I wasn't planning on going anywhere. Like I was just planning it to get chick and come back home. So I'm just wearing like just stupid shorts and this like a house hoodie, like not a hoodie that you should wear out. You know what I mean? Like this is it's a house hoodie. So I'm just looking like a ragamuffin. And like she's like, come in the backyard and say hi to everybody. I'm like, oh, I gotta walk back. There's like 10 drunk females back there. I'm like, it's gonna be an experience. So I walk back there and just like immediately I was like, oh yeah, I was like having my moment. Hey ladies. Like everyone's cool. Nice. So like and they're geeking out playing fun games. So I hung out for like 5 minutes, ended up having a drink with them. So anywho, we go to Gills and like dude, like chick gets banged up a little bit. And so we're there, a couple people were there. She has a couple drinks and she's in the zone, bro. Like this is a rarity. Like for people that know her, like this doesn't happen very often. And I'm like, I was in the moment. I was like, you're having so much fun. Like me and her were just geeking out. Everyone's having a good time. So then like we head home and she's like, and we were supposed to go to like another party. Like it was this cool, her friend was having a birthday party and it was, the theme was anything but a cup. So basically you had to drink out of something that wasn't a cup, bottle, water bottle. It had to be something, not a cup, whatever. Okay, I'm stupid. I was like, yeah. So I was like, well, my first thought was a hockey helmet. I was like, bro, I'll put some saran wrap on the inside. And I was like, I'll just carry a lid around. And like, so it wasn't working. I tried to make it. It wasn't working. So then I ended up switching. Remember the pink Whitney sticks that we bought? Yeah. So like I took all the shots out and I poured a beer in there or water to test it. And I was like, oh, dope. This is my thing. So I was just going to walk around with a hockey stick all night long. But we ended up not going because chick was too drunk. So like, she was like, I was like, I knew we weren't going. I felt so bad because she was really excited for it. And anywho, so I'm like, she was like falling asleep on the way home. And I was like, you want some Taco Bell? Like, I know it's going to help you. You get some Taco Bell. And she's like, yeah, take me Taco Bell. So I'm like, all right, bet. I'm like, I'm all excited for Taco Bell. So I order her a quesadilla. Stevie was at the house. He was passed out. And I called him. I was like, I'm getting Taco Bell. I know what you want. He was like, no, don't get it. I was like, I'm getting it for you. I know. I'm like 3 steak tacos. Like that's Denham's move is 3 steak tacos, bro. So I was like, all right, I got you. And he just, I hung up on him because I was like, he wasn't in the same zone that I was in. Like clearly, like he was like borderline. He was asleep. He was taking a nappy. So anywho, order Taco Bell. Get back to the house. Chick is like, she's done. So I was like, all right, bet Taco Bell for me. Like, I'll make sure she's. I was like, I'm gonna make sure she's okay. Like, let me make sure she's okay. Feast for one, okay? Like feast for one right here. So I break out. So I got the man. I can't even remember what it's called. That's how that went. It's like it's the $5 box joint, whatever that is.
Uh-huh.
But it's like so I got the box. It was like a chalupa joint with 2 tacos, housed at Baja Blast, of course. House my joint. So then I'm sitting there and I'm like, well, I'm like Stevie is asleep and he really doesn't know that we're here with, like, he told me not to get him anything. So so I crack into Stevie's steak tacos that I got for him. And I was like, man, what a blessing. Thank God I got Stevie food because I just hammered it. It was so good. It was so good. So I had 3 steak tacos on top of that, bro. Feasting feasting, and I drank the whole joint, the large of Baja Blast, and I was just like sitting there. I was like, you may have already done it, bud. I was like, yeah. Dude, look down.
Everyone's asleep in the house, and you're just there like,
dude, dude. I was so bloated. I must use 15 packets on Diablo. I was like all over everything.
Oh wow, ballsy move.
Yeah,
so
I just
you've been sitting around in the bathroom a lot today.
No, just this morning was aggressive, and other than
great job, man.
So but I'm blessed. I have a bidet, so that cools. I haven't talked about the bidet on here yet.
No. Oh boy. My god.
Great segue. So
we're gonna talk about the. Oh, okay. All right. So, go ahead.
So I have a bidet, and
yo, go ahead. I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
And life changing. That's what I'll say. It's life changing. So as I just said, things were aggressive.
Just imagine your facial expressions when using a bidet.
So the first time you gotta adjust. There's an adjustment period. Okay, it's aggressive. it's like borderline aggressive, because imagine all you've ever known is TP, or like if you baby wipes from time to time.
Yeah, I'm a big baby wipe guy.
Yeah, so that's all you've known, right? So this is hilarious, because this is on the toilet when I bought the house. Like, the guy showed me how, he was like, yeah, this is the bidet, this is how you use it. And I was like, he just showed me how to like clean my butthole. Like, this is so awkward. Like, he just showed me how to use it. So it's all clean. Like, it's fresh water from the sink. Like, you know what I mean? It's not toilet water. It's fresh water from the sink, and you can do hot water. Like, you try to let it run on the hot side for like 30 seconds, and there's the switch you flip up, and it lets water run in the bidet. Anywho, bro, yeah, it's life changing, and it's the best thing that I've ever used. I've never felt cleaner. I don't like not pooping at my house because I don't have a bidet like elsewhere.
Well, I've always been like that, and I don't have a bidet. But so, what was your first time like using this bidet?
So it was the day I moved in.
Was it the first time you've ever used one?
Yeah, first time I ever used one. I've only heard about them.
I've
heard about them. They sponsor, like Tushy sponsors like some other podcasts that I've listened to, and I've always been like, I want one. Like they say on there, like shout out to Tom Segura, like he's like, it'll change your life. Like it's definitely different. So I was like, I always want one, but they're like $80, and I just never pulled the trigger on it. There's one here. I was like, well, if it's here, I'm going to use it. So it's the first time I ever used it. So like basically this process is you flip this switch, then you turn this dial, and the dial, it turns the nozzle around or whatever, like, and it turns it around. But dude, like, I don't know what it is. It's so luncheon, but the thing knows right where your beehole is. Like, it's so luncheon, dude. It's like stream of water right there. And you're like, whoa, like, you're definitely, the first time you're like, that's, like, it's aggressive. It's different.
Do you press a button and it like sprays, or
no? So you turn the dial. Like mine's a style. So there's a lever that you pull up to turn the water on. Left is hot, right is cold. Okay. So you put them on the hot side, get some hot water. So I run the sink, get some hot water going, let it run for 30 seconds, and it just runs in the toilet. So it's not like a large amount of water, but it just runs in the toilet, right? And then my style, there's a knob. You turn the knob to the middle, and you kind of got to do it quick because it's like, you know what I mean? Like it's gonna spray you. Yeah. So you put it in the middle, and that's the beehole setting, and it hits you, and you're just like, all right, cool. Like you're just getting clean, you're getting clean. It's refreshing. It's like kind of gives you a little burst of energy. Like, hey, now I'm clean, good to go. Like, and then there's also a ladies setting. If you turn the dial past that, there's a ladies setting. And then like it pivots and it hits other things. And like you're super clean. I promise you, it's the cleanest you've ever felt. It's like you feel refreshed. It's a nice thing. I swear. Like everyone should have one. Chick used it, so here we go. I was all about it. I was like, bro, this is life changing. I feel clean. I'm really happy. Again, we were just rapping about how clean I am. Like, so Chick's like, I'm like, just go try it. I showed her how to use it, and she tries it, comes out of the bathroom, and the first thing she says, she goes, no wonder people hate Americans. We are so dirty. She's like, that's the best thing I've ever used. Like first try, she's all in. Like, dude, it's life changing. I'm telling you, get one for the house. It'll change your life. It'll change your life. It's the freshest, the cleanest. Like I don't even like obviously I'm a doo-doo where I got a doo-doo, but like I don't like to not do it at my house because my bidet's here and I just get the little dabble, just dry little thing off and you're good to go.
All right.
Bidet. Yeah, it's life changing. I'm telling you, chick was all in. She uses it every time she's here. She loves it.
Does Denim sneak up in the middle of the night to use it?
I legit have invited people like you can do it. Like
come over.
Yeah, like hey, you have to poop. You have to poop. I'll show you how to use the bidet. I'll come right in there.
You would, dude. You
like,
would.
Why wouldn't I? Like, I want it's a dope product. Like, I definitely recommend it. It'll change your life. You definitely feel clean. Like, I mean, if you want to know, like, I'll go cut. Like, say I cut the grass. I got a push mower. I ain't got no ride shit around this camp, so I push the lawn. Big fella gets a little sweaty. Well, when I cool down, well, other things are still sweaty. So maybe just go hit the bidet real quick, get freshened up. Good to go. It's nice. It's refreshing.
So now you're already using it for other things than it was intended for.
Yeah, you get tidied up. The old lady's coming over. Hey, honey, let me get cleaned up before you get here.
Maybe she gives you a hint. She's going to be going down tonight. And
maybe.
And you're like, let me go freshen up.
Yeah, same for her. Honey, do you need to go use the restroom? Little fresh, clean, little blasty blast. Yeah, where I think it sells itself. Like I don't even.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, fuck it. I'm getting a bidet, everybody.
Yeah,
get one too.
Yeah, one of the best. Like really, you should get one, and let me know because I as of lately, we just love doing product reviews. Like product reviews have just been coming so naturally lately. But yeah, dude, definitely get a bidet.
On your bidet.
Yeah, I'll do a whole video. I'm gonna do a whole video.
Sitting down and just have like this censored area.
I'm just gonna suction cup the GoPro right inside the toilet, and all you see. Because like, there's really no other way to because you can't test it. Because if you test it, you just spray the wall, so you can't
I couldn't imagine watching a poop video. It's been so long since I watched a poop video. And you know what poop video I'm talking about?
Yeah, the only thing you can do is just go in.
Poop video everybody talks about.
Yeah.
Cup. If you haven't seen it, kids, go see it.
No, don't do it.
I showed my mom.
Oh, that's aggressive. How did she feel about it?
Well, when it was popping, I think I was like at that age where me and my mom are like, cool, open about She's like asking about the girl. She's like, she's a hoe, wrap up. Wrap up. So I think I was like, me and the boys were like checking it out. And we saw it and we're like, oh my God. So then we call my dad in and then and my mom's like, I want to fucking see it. I'm like, all right, mom, check it out.
Right.
Nasty.
It's aggressive.
There was a lot of videos floating around at that time. Do you remember? They all came out of the Spurs. Remember the one that guy chopped his dick off?
Yeah, I was
memory.
That was
aggressive. It changed my life. The videos that were first on the internet. The world will never know. Like, dude, you get upset about people saying things these days on the internet. Yeah, early days. Oof.
We were talking about that the other day. Like when the internet started, it was like E-Bombs World. And what was the other one?
Steakandcheese.com.
Yeah, and like just these sites that were like it was like the first ever like unedited videos. And like
I remember I watched people like in Russia get like hacksawed in a bathtub, a woman.
Yeah.
And like LimeWire too. Oh my God, LimeWire, the wildest shit.
Dude, I remember I saw my first beheading. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. That shit fucked me up. Like, I watch other stuff for like I remember like seeing people get shot or like I remember the first video I actually saw where like a person got killed where you can see the guy shoot the guy in the head and I was like, that's real. Like that is real. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that beheading video, that shit had me fucked up. I remember I talked to my mom and dad about it. I was like, I was bothered. Like I was like really disturbed. I was like, guys, I'm not okay with this. Like this is really happening. And they were like, yeah, like this shit's real. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're like, the Middle East is not good. Like that's when I started to like learn. Like that's when I started to learn a little bit about the military and stuff like that. Like it's that shit fucked me up. I was in high school. I think I was a junior.
Yeah. See, I was thinking high school for me too with these videos.
Yeah.
The thing that got me the most, like the beheadings was bad and all that shit, but like I said, that hacksaw video, bro, because they started with like butcher's knives and like the sound of a human being stabbed, like the knife entering, it's like you can, and it just starts pumping out blood, and it's just like, it just gives me chills thinking about it.
Yeah, it's wild.
Going deep.
Dude.
We're going dark right now.
Yeah, that got heavy.
But knives, bro, like shoot me. Please shoot me.
I was going to say knives.
Come at me with a knife. Just picturing it going in me, I'd be like, no.
Yeah.
No way, dude. Knives
are one of my biggest fears. It's one of my biggest fears, like being stabbed like to death. Oops.
So painful. That's got I think I read a thing one time about like the worst ways to die. I think drowning is the worst, and then they say is like burning alive is number 2, but I bet you being stabbed to death would be 3. Can you think that'd be worse?
I don't know.
Pulled apart by 4 horses, that gnarly shit back in the day, medieval times.
Yeah.
They were wild back in the day.
Oh, you know the one that's really gnarly? Shit. Remember, the one they would hang you like this. They would hang your feet and they would tie your feet to your hands. So you're like your butthole, and then you're sitting over top of a point. Remember that? And they would burn the rope and it would slowly burn until you fell and it would impale you straight. Bro, that shit, they've used to do some fucked up shit.
Yeah, because that's slow going into you.
Yeah, it's not fast. And this got so heavy. What happened? This got so heavy. Whoa, I
thought you were talking about the guy on the rope. He got heavy too.
That guy, instead, I bet you she had a bidet.
I would have been like this.
Dude, there's no like shit. Oh man, I couldn't.
Can you start swinging? Can I just start swinging my body when I miss
it? It just falls and goes through your quad. Oh,
I'd much rather have that than the asshole.
It just killed me. Like, that would suck. What were we talking about? Bidets?
Oh, I think we were just supposed to say, hey, this is episode 48.
This is the Men Behind the Mitts podcast. Hosted by Big J. And now, here's your favorite beauts.
Hey guys, welcome to episode 48.
We're back.
We've almost made a whole year. I'm so excited for
man. 52.
It's crazy.
It's gonna be big. We're gonna do it up. We're gonna
do it
up big.
Do it. It's
Live
crazy.
Strippers.
It's crazy just to think back, like episode 1, man, in the OG studio. That was so.
Don't talk about it. Save all these Hartford memories and all that bullshit. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, what am I doing?
Yeah,
I got a couple more. I got a couple more.
52 coming in now.
Yeah, sorry.
A lot of hockey to talk about, folks.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff.
It's been wild. Trade deadlines are paying off for these teams.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff hockey wise. Let me get my list up here. Yeah, we've got a lot to cover. People are out for the season. We're going to talk about that. Mm-hmm. Some people are tallying up goals. We're going to talk about him.
Some people are tallying up games.
Yeah.
Gordie Howe record.
Yeah. Yeah, man, we've got a lot of stuff. Furniture, the motorcycle, then it's been. Oh yeah, we got to talk about this. Let's just jump into puck. Let's start with some puck, and then we'll get some other stuff going. But yeah, man, I'm excited. Episode 48. I had a good weekend. Did you have a good weekend? Good week. Good weekend. Everything's going good.
Yeah, I did. Played Hockey Friday, so that naturally rolls into the weekend. Yeah. Always on good vibes. And then Saturday, the boys played. That was a good day. And then I went hard in the gym, bro. I've been worried. I've been doing more hypertrophy, just slow, squeezes, and then drop sets and shit like that. But I decided I needed to push it because I started having those pain. Remember, thank God I got blessed. It wasn't a groin pull. It was like this weird on my hip. So that isn't tender anymore. And I've been skating really, really well. Like complimented skating well. And
nice.
And I was like, all right, well now I think it's time to go heavy. So it's the first time I've lifted heavy without you, no homo.
Right.
But I started with sumo squats. Remember you told me like my deadlifts are a little, because I'm so tall, I should try.
It's weird. Yeah. Just your physiology.
I got it down. I just said, fuck it. And I was like next to this monster putting on fucking 8 plates aside. And I'm just sitting there with 25s working on just to get my form for regular deadlift. But I was like, all right, let's get heavy. And I went to the sumo and boy,
Pulled some, yeah.
No, it felt good. But today I'm walking around, I feel like a goddamn stout. You know that feeling you get with your glutes? You're walking, you're like, damn, I got some meat back there now, bro. Like,
yeah.
I really smashed it. So yeah, the gym's going well for me. Shot some pucks,
legit,
watched caps all weekend. It's been a good week.
Yeah.
Well, we heard about your weekend. Never mind.
Yeah.
Taco Bell. Wolf the days.
Some overtime, some Taco Bell. Some relax. I got some stuff done around the house today, which was nice. Got to watch the boys on the Sunday. Yeah, man. I'm excited for you in the gym. I'm so jealous. Like I just with everything going on, man, in school, like I'm just doing like 3 days a week here at the house, like not going crazy. My weight's dropping, but it's not good weight that I'm losing. It's not good. Yeah, it's not good. So, but it's good because class, like the semester's almost over. So the semester's over, I get to refocus and get because these classes are getting a little harder, and I just really got to just focus more on that stuff. It's tough right
respectable.
Now. Yeah, it's just like it just taxes, and I'm like, man, I can't focus on myself as much as I want to. I got to focus on this.
No, it happens. It happened to my girl. Like she signed up for the gym. She's like, I'm gonna start getting into it again, blah, blah, blah. Same time I did. And then her classes started. She was like, I have to take this way more serious. Like I can't go tonight. I have to get this done. So
yeah, I
respect it. Yeah.
Trying to cram everything in, but it's we're at least we're still skating. Like we're skating on the street and stuff, which is good. But the lifting is definitely been hurting. So I can't wait to get back in a full swing at that. I know it doesn't take too long for me, which is always good. I usually bounce back pretty quick, but yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. Diet's been decent other than smashing what I want to on the weekend. Like that's pretty much all I'm doing is because I know I'm not going crazy. So like during the week, I'm trying to do good. I'm meal prepping everything. And then, just smash on the weekend. It just happens because we get to just order dinner. It's so much easier. Just order the food.
Especially now, there's so much bullshit. I don't know what it's like down there for y'all, but.
Well, so I finally used this. I used my welcome to 2021, bro. I used Grubhub for the first time.
Really?
Friday night. I used Grubhub for the
and
first time.
Signed up for Apple Pay most recently.
Watch out. Watch out, 2021. I'm here to dominate.
Yeah, you are.
This is Arnie Palmer.
So what'd you think? You get some good service?
I mean, so the restaurant we picked was Old Line Pub in Charlotte Hall, and they're pretty busy. Like it's one of the only restaurants in the area, like other than like Tequila Grounds and stuff like that. And they're pretty slammed on Fridays, we know. So I was like, because last time they bumped our time and we had to pick up food later. So I was like, I don't want her to sit up there. So I was like, I'm just going to Grubhub it. Well, the experience was fine through Grubhub, except that, so I placed my delivery for 8 to 8:10 in that time bracket. Well, at like 7:30, I get a text where it's like, oh, your food will not be delivered until 8:30, 8:45. I'm like, I was trying to time it because Chick was getting here at 8, so I was just trying to time food and everything just to be all unison, and I was like, damn. And so she's like, when's the food going to get here? I'm like, 8:30, 8:45. I don't know. And I was like, if they bump it again, like I'm going to have to call or whatever, I'm going to have to be, excuse me, I've been waiting. Like I placed the order early at like 6:00 on purpose because this is how busy this place gets. Like I took the initiative because I've called before at like 7, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, we can't even place your order until like 8:45," just because that's how busy they are, and they've already taken as many phone orders and shit that they can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I even took the initiative and got on this joint early, like 6:00, got the stuff ordered through Grubhub. And I was like, I'm not terribly upset, but I get it because I understand the restaurant. Like they're slammed, so like I get it. And the person dropped it off. They're like, yo, your food's out front. And that was that. So it wasn't too bad.
That's cool.
I was missing one. Oh yeah, I was missing the side of green beans. That did kind of suck. So am I going to use it again? Yeah, because I'm just like, who the fuck wants to drive? And it was literally, I think the delivery fee was like $5 or whatever. So I was like, well, fuck, man, that's not. I was like, it's $5. What is
Bro,
this?
speaking of Grubhub, I have this funny story. We got Cheesecake Factory one time. My girl pulls out all the food and it's there. And I got cheesecake, obviously.
Of course.
But I also got fettuccine Alfredo as a side.
For
my
what?
chicken parm.
I was like, for your did you get a whole cheesecake?
Well,
like, that was your meal.
Like my girl hands me my food and I'm like, what's this? She's like, that's the Alfredo sauce for the Alfredo. And I was like, okay, cool. Because it didn't come on like one plate like normal, separate.
Right, yeah, it's all separate, yeah.
And I'm like, cool. And I dump it on there and I'm going smash and I start eating it. Bro, it was ice cream. Put fucking ice cream on my fettuccine, bro. And it was so delicious.
Really?
I guess because the cream.
Get out of here. It's probably the same
so
cream they use, right?
But that crossed my mind when you were telling me about grub. I was like, man, that time I had fettuccine cheesecake ice cream.
Fettuccine. That sounds like. Was it on the chicken? Like, did you put the chicken? You made the whole plate, yeah.
Yeah, I made the plate. Yeah, I went ham. I ate it all too after.
Just ate it all. Yeah, you're not stopping.
No, you're not.
What are you gonna do? Like, wait 3 hours for another one,
or not eat? And just throw away a good thing. A fettuccine Alfredo. No.
Ice cream dinner.
First time for everything, I guess.
Yeah, why not? Right. Oh, look. Okay, this is great. We're gonna keep this topic going because I've had a good Subway story. I don't know if I told you this.
I have a good Subway story too, so let's hear it.
I don't know if I told you this before, but the guy I was working with, we were talking about just drunk ordering food or stuff like that. And I was like, man, we were at Power Plant one night, in Baltimore. Remember Power Plant? Yes, we were there one night, like Angel's Rock Bar, like the Cowboy Bar, the fucking Techno Bar. We were just drinking. I was hammered. Like, I was not driving. And I was like, this was back, man, this is 10 years ago, if not longer. Yeah, 10 years ago at least, right? Mm-hmm. Your boy, this is back when I used to throw the fuck down. Your boy was tore up in Baltimore. It was like, on the sidewalk, like barely hanging on. And like when you leave Power Plant, there's this 7-Eleven and Subway, like right on the left-hand side that everyone hits because like everyone's so fucked up, they gotta get something to eat, right? Yeah. So and you know who was with me? Randy. Randy was there. I don't know if he'll remember the story because I think Randy was puking on the sidewalk. Not 100% sure. So I'm gonna have to fact check that. But I remember like I was stumbling and bubbling. Your boy was like this, like, fool, we gotta get out of here. So the girl I was dating at the time, she was like, I'm gonna go get a sandwich. Do you want a sandwich? And I was like, fuck yeah. Like, fuck yeah, I want a Subway sandwich right now. And she's like, what do you want? And I was like, And she's like, come on, what do you want? I want to get in there. And I was like, get me a ham and meatball. She was like, what? I was like, get me a ham and meatball, toast it with cheese. Toasted with cheese. She's like, okay. So she goes inside. And like, as I yell it, like, I watched everyone's necks is like, huh? Like, you see people look. I just yelled, I want a ham meatball sub. This guy goes, bro, I'll never forget this shit. He was like, is that fucking sandwich good? I was like, yeah, get it all the time. I get it all the time. I was like, it's delicious. I never had that fucking sandwich ever in my life. So I was just hammered, and ham and meatballs what came to my mind. So that's what I ordered, right? So this guy goes in there and gets a ham and meatball because my girl came out. Like, he went in right after she did. She comes out and we're standing there getting our lives together. This guy comes out and like he takes a bite of it like in front of me, and he's like, "Bro, this is so good." I was like, "Yeah, I told you. See, I told you." Dude.
No way, that was good.
Yeah, man. I don't even remember eating it, but I just remember being like ham and meatball, and then guy was like, "I have to get a ham and meatball now." Like,
that's so weird that my story is a meatball story too. Bro, this guy, I didn't even order. I don't even know how it happened in the midst of adding all my toppings.
Right.
He put fucking ranch on my fucking meatball sub. Didn't even know it. And you know me, when I eat, I'm going into it. So I'm taking bites. And like, it's like third bite, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
Where was this sandwich from? Subway?
Subway. It was a Subway. Yeah. So he put everything on right in front of me. And I didn't even like, when did he sneak it in like a ninja? Anyways, so good. Get a meatball sub, throw some ranch on there, and it's fucking fire, bro. I'm not even like one of those basic white girls where you put ranch on everything. But like, it was good.
Oh my God, that was so fucking funny. So first of all, I didn't put together that this was both Subway stories. I did not put that together. So that's what caught me off, number one.
Yeah,
and then
man.
2, the ranch ninja. Oh my God, dude. But it was bang. It was fire.
It was fire.
So this is what I'm thinking.
I'm not trying yours. I'm not trying yours.
No, listen, wait. It's a combo. We need to try ham meatball ranch. I'm just saying, with cheese. I bet you it's better.
I don't drink like that anymore, but if I drink like I used to, I guarantee you I'd eat that.
I'm sure I would.
I'll let you know this weekend.
That's a mess. That's a mess of a sandwich. That's an old T-shirt type of sandwich. That's a meal you get prepared for. Like you set the TV stand out, go change your shirt, you get the paper towels ready. You know it's gonna be. You ruin something.
I don't know, man. Could you eat that?
Could I? Oh,
without
of course.
Alcohol or
no?
any,
I mean, I don't. That's
no
not
influence. Just like I want to. No. Okay, all right.
That's not something that I would.
I was questioning you because me and you, we eat together a lot. before I moved, and we got women in our lives, and I don't think I would have been like, what are you doing?
Yeah, no, and that's not something I would be like, hey bro, we should like, I would never seriously order that.
Here's the worst thing though, is like, how do you think the guy working at Subway probably never had anyone order that, and then he had one back to back. He's like, and he knows they don't know each other because they come in at separate times. Yeah, can I get a meatball? They're just like awkwardly looking at it.
What? Man, that's so luncheon, dude.
Oh my God.
Ham and meatball.
What a way to start the episode, I guess.
Yeah, ham and meatball. That kept spiraling. I love it. That was a great way to start off 48. And here we are.
Let's talk hockey. Let's jump into the NHL divisions. What you want to start? I normally start. You want to start with the West? The West is pretty hot.
The West.
Or we can start on a division that we're least interested in, and then work our way to the best. So,
well, no, I mean, I feel like
actually
a lot is happening in the West. We got to talk about the Central. I feel like the Central gets no love, and a lot is happening, man. Like feel like we just gotta we're shifting into gear. Here we go, folks. NHL, we're here. That's Bibadoo. We got to add a sound to that because that's probably trademarks.
You can't trademark my mouth.
True. Freedom.
What's my voice?
We'll get into that later. I was going to say freedom of speech. That might not mean anything anymore. We'll get into that later. Let's start with the North Division. Toronto still hanging on to first place there with 60 points, man. 28 wins, 12 losses. Toronto, I mean, we talk a lot about Toronto, but are they going to be a playoff team? Or is this going to happen? Like, what's going to happen? No one knows.
Well, listen, they're going to have to play against the same division until they meet the West, right? So first round, they'll be playing each other. With the way they've played, obviously, it's just only against the North Division teams. You have to assume that, Toronto's going to run house and they're going to make it to the West. So, depending on who you're pulling for in the West, even if you look at the top two teams right now, which is Las Vegas and Colorado.
Yeah.
I don't know if Toronto has a really good team this year, but I don't know if they could beat Colorado. And Las Vegas are no slouch. Mark Stone is a fucking stud.
I was getting ready to say Stone. This guy, what a beautiful. Oh wow, yeah, such a team. And
not to hype up Colorado either, but like three guys that are just unreal right now. We'll talk about the West in a minute. But back to Toronto, they have the skill power to do it. Jack Campbell's been a stud, but have they faced teams that are like that? And so maybe Winnipeg,
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Matthews was out for a while. They had the upper body injury. He's back now, it seems. Nylander's back as well. So they didn't do bad with that when these guys were out. They were still they hung tight. They hung tough with that team. So I don't know what that says, man. I'm anxious. I just want to fast forward to playoffs and just for these squads, man. I'm really anxious for Toronto and to see what's going on here. And you got to remain positive. Those guys. It's been a while, right?
Yeah, Nylander's back too for the Leafs. This is a team that could get it going right before the playoffs, and that momentum, the type of locker room those guys have, they're buzzing. That could be the thing to do it. To kind of pull them through. They've got Big Joe now that's come in, Foligno, guys that can muscle up and I don't know.
Yeah, what a big push.
Wayne Simmons, like no slouch there, right?
Yeah.
Come on. Like they have a squad. They beefed up D a little.
Oh, no.
Toronto looks good. I like Toronto.
Toronto does. Follow right behind them, though, man. We got Winnipeg. What are they at points-wise? I'm sorry. 57 points, 27 wins, man. Winnipeg, I didn't expect them to be where they were, and maybe that's because I just slept on them. I'm not 100% sure.
Definitely, because I think out of all the teams, they have the most depth, and that's what I meant by that one, sleeping on them. They're the only team I think that could really make a push to beat Toronto in a best of 7. You guys, I just think they have more skill. Not more skill. I don't think they have more skill. That's wrong. Not more than Toronto. I think they have the same amount of caliber as far as depth as Toronto to
right. I was going to say the depth is like the caliber, like what you said, the caliber.
Exactly. Whereas Edmonton, we know 1-2, and it's a wrap as it dwindles down. Same could be said for maybe like Calgary. But yeah, so Winnipeg is definitely no slouch. They've been there. Great goaltending.
Right behind them, like you just mentioned, Edmonton in third place at 54 points. it's kind of a two-man show here in Edmonton, and McDavid getting better. How does he get better? How does he continue to get better? That last highlight, did you see where he did his classic come across the blue line, looking the other way, pulls it through his legs, and almost scores that backhand, dude? He's so impressive, so talented with the puck at full fucking speed, which makes everything 10 times better. It's insane.
Yeah, he's one of a kind. We talked about that last episode, how like the greats keep getting better and better, and the greats are only gonna be better, you know what I'm saying, than the next generation. And McDavid is he's just unreal, unfucking real. And fourth though, you got Montreal Canadiens fighting for that last spot. Tyler Toffoli's been a stud this season, 21 goals, leading the team, 32 points so far this season. They need shit like that, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Habs, they're a little bit more spread out. Like they don't have the guys, just the single guy popping off. I mean, this is a full squad effort here. I mean, you guys in their top 10. I mean, they're from 32 points, 30 points, 27. These guys are really all putting in work. Thomas Tatar, Nick Suzuki, like they're getting the full range here. That's what's important. And also Carey Price, man, he's playing pretty good this season, as is Jake Allen. I mean, their tending is there. I feel like they're definitely a fourth place team. I don't know if we can expect more of a push. I don't know if they're going to grab that third place spot or not, but I think they're playoff bound for sure. I think they're going to hold that spot.
Yeah, I could see them jumping Edmonton possibly.
Yeah.
I could really see that
Edmonton
happen.
would have to slip. But I don't see Calgary. I mean, they're only 6 points behind. It's only 3 wins, but I don't know. I feel like Montreal is going to be that team.
They could be. They got guys like Corey Perry, and they also brought over Josh Anderson from Columbus. That's been my favorite pickup for them. I love watching him play for them. He's a stud with Toffoli. You got Gallagher. You got Drouin. You mentioned Jeff Petrie. All these guys are contributing in front of a stellar goaltending situation with Allen and Price. So, yeah, man, Montreal definitely, I think, can make a push for a third spot. I don't know if they're making it past Toronto in a best of 7.
Yeah, I don't think so.
It's hard. It's just hard what Toronto has offensively, just not to go back to them again, but, you know.
No, for sure. Definitely in that division as well. Bringing in the fifth spot, though, we got Calgary right on that bubble line at 41 points. And Calgary, man, another team that I feel like they could still have a push. I mean, look at this squad with Lindstrom and Johnny Hockey, Drew Kachuk's having a season out there. I mean, this is a squad that definitely has some potential in my mind.
Yeah, definitely could make something happen. I'm a fan of Kachuk and Gaudreau. I like watching those boys play, American-born players. We'll see what happens, though. They made the move. They got rid of Riddick, who went to Toronto. But Calgary got the best of him in that first matchup. We'll see. I don't know. I think the top 4 in the North are kind of set.
Yeah, same as well. And that leaves last but not least in the division, we got the Canucks, and then followed by Ottawa down at the bottom, man. And I always talk about it. I want so much more for Ottawa. I really do. But I think they'll get it together here, rebuilding. And I think that pretty much rounds it out. We can almost count those guys out, 35 and 34 points. I mean, their season's almost a wrap. Buffalo was the officially first team eliminated from the playoffs this year. So as we couldn't see that coming. But who knows? So they still gave the Caps a loss before that happened.
And Vancouver just now coming back from all that COVID protocol games. They got to play 19 games in 30 days.
Yeah, they're going to be so screwed. Their first game
is against Toronto. They haven't played in so many days. But the good thing is, I think I have to confirm, but guys are coming back from injury. I think they can expect Pettersson, because of this break, to come in. So that's guys that you would have missed during those games potentially, you know?
Right.
So, you know, hopefully they can make a push and get it going. I like Vancouver. I like their squad up there. I think they have a great squad, always pulling for Brendan Holtby, for all those guys. Pettersson, I already mentioned, you know, it's a very skilled team up there. Young guys, Hughes on the
for sure, man. And then bringing up Ottawa last with Kachuk and Stutzel. We talk a lot about those two guys, man. I love the energy. I love the chemistry, and I can't wait for them to be on a winning squad and just putting bigger points on the board.
This Ottawa team is fun to watch. They're young and skillful. Yeah. They have some growing pains to go through, I think, as a team. But they got Matt Murray between the pipes. If you can get him solid, this is going to be a good team for a good years to come, because they have all these young guys learning and being thrown through the fire, essentially, all at the same time. So it's just going to bond them. You're seeing it as it progresses through the season. They haven't had the best start, but they still light up teams. Like, they light up teams. So they're no slouches by any means.
Definitely. I can't agree more. And that pretty much wraps up the North, man. Like we said, pulling for Toronto there, but let's jump down to the Central. We got to talk about the Central, because there's been some shakeups. We've been talking a lot about Carolina and Florida, and look who's in first now in the Central. Carolina Hurricanes. And this is another team I slept on in the beginning of the season. I slept on this team again.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of them because of the rivalry. We haven't seen them this year, obviously, as Washington fans, but
and that's different. That's different.
It's real different, and it's a blessing because Carolina has always had our number. Fuck Carolina, but they look even better this year, bro. You got guys like Aho and Trocheck and Niederreiter, all
Dougie
right
Hamilton,
there. Bro. Unreal. Nikas, 22 assists. This kid is so fun to watch. Repping the 88, tied with Aho in assist. You know, Aho's leading the team with 40 fucking points. And then their goaltending, Mrazek, is a stud.
Yeah, Mrazek, James Reimer do that, and they're moving a whole bunch of guys around. I mean, they're utilizing 3 different goalies this season. So
yeah, they've definitely done that. Mrazek is the 5-1. He's got a 1.41 goals against with a .944 save percentage, bro.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, he's playing good. And when you're doing that, you can get the young guys going up in front of you, producing. Snefechnikov.
It's definitely a scary team, and what's right behind them is Florida, dude, and the Florida Panthers. Talk about a scary team this year. There's someone else I'm worried about coming out of that division, dude. The Central. This is a scary squad.
Dude, Barkov, yes. He's a stud, dude. I don't care what no one says. 45 points tied with Huberdeau, who also has 45. Yeah. And then Verhaeghe, 35 points, coming on strong, bro. This kid can play. 25 years old, 6'2", 180 pounds. In his career, he's got 48 games played. He's a rookie.
Yeah. This is a scary squad right here, dude. Hornquist, too. They're racking up 30.
Yeah,
Bobrovsky, one of the Sergey and net dude. This guy is 16-7 goals against 2.86. Bobrovsky is a mental case, and he's having a hell of a season.
And they got Chris Stryger, dude. The guy's a stud. 6'4". He's 5-3 this season. Also a good goaltender. He's not some superstar, but you don't need superstars. Look what we did with Brendan Holtby and Grubauer, and look at Grubauer now. Being a backup goalie in the NHL is just literally a stepping stone to being a starter if you do it right. If you come in and play your job well, you're going to be a fucking starter. And we've seen it happen. Look at that. All our backups are starting goalies. Samsonov's in the Islanders. They're battling for first. You got Colorado Grubauer. That, you know what I'm saying? They're battling for first. So, yeah, backup goaltending position is a key spot, bro. No slouches there, huh?
Man, looking at the Central's top 3, Carolina was 62, Florida was 61 points, Tampa was 60 points. This is a scary top 3, dude. Tampa Bay, this is another scary squad. Braden Point having a hell of a season. Victor Hedman having 41 points on the season, bro. This squad is scary.
He's making a push for the Norris this year. He's up there with Adam Fox and Johnny Carlson. But Kucherov practicing. We could get Kucherov back. So huge, bro. That's so huge. But the next 3 positions after that, with the top 3 being so close, are also close, even though they're kind of slouching to the top 3. Nashville in 4th with 49.
Yeah.
Chicago with 47, and then Dallas 46. They're making a push.
It's wild to see that happening right now. Who do they? Oh, they just beat someone the other day, and I was like, holy shit, Dallas won that game. It was something I was not expecting. I think they won like 4-2, 4-3.
I think that was like Friday or Saturday.
Yeah.
I remember who'd they play. I watched so many damn hockey games. Anyways, Nashville has been hot too. So this is going to be a push for that 4th spot, and I think we're going to really see a battle. These guys are playing each other in and out for the rest of the season, you know?
Yeah, the matchups, I was going to say the matchups for the rest of the season, we're going to talk about it when we get to the Capitals, but there's definitely some really weird finishing out the season. Like, these matchups are weird coming out of the end of the season. We're going to get more into that for sure. But, dude, Dallas has an opportunity right here, and that's what's wild. We counted Dallas out almost, it seems, and they hung in there. Yeah, they beat Columbus 5-1. Oh, I'm trying to figure out
looking at their schedule with the playoff push they have to make, they played Detroit 4 times in a row. If Dallas does not make the playoffs with this schedule, they fucking suck.
And that's what I mean. The scheduling is really important for the end of the season, man. And they might be able to take advantage of that.
It gets heavy, and Chicago plays them their last 2 games. So if Chicago's fighting for that spot with them still, that could be 2 huge games. Wolf, scary. And they got to play Carolina 4 more times, the Lightning 4 more times. Oh, and they're trying to steal points from Nashville, who are above them. They play them 2 more times. It's gonna be
tough. I got a tough rest of the season.
Every single game is a divisional game. And like, there's no nights off here. There's no playing Edmonton and flying back and whatever. We're not going to see them the rest of the season. You know?
Right.
Whoa.
And wrapping up the bottom of the Central. No, I'm sorry. Jesus, we're on the Central. I'm so sorry. We're up at the bottom of the Central. We got Columbus and Detroit, man. And seeing Vrana and Detroit have a little success.
Vrana got his first goal. Bar down C2. It was a beauty. Out the box for too many men. Stud.
Rocking the 15 in Detroit, man. It's good to see
looking
him out
weird.
There.
Yeah,
looking weird.
Esque.
Good to see him smiling, though. Good to see him put one on the board for the boys. And man, I hope he continues to figure it out. I hope he blossoms in Detroit.
Yeah, I think we can expect him to do well there. Stevie Y wouldn't have picked him up. I think he's going to blossom in that organization. They're going to utilize him for what he is an all around great hockey player. He's won a cup. Like, you can't take that. And he helped win the cup. He wasn't
for sure.
I've been saying that all night. He's no fucking slouch.
My
question was Columbus, bro. What's happening? What's going to happen in Columbus? Their season's just about over. They're about out of it. Is Torts going to be there?
I don't think
going to stick around. If is Line going to stick around? Like, what's going to happen here? You got to see. Like, I feel like you see it too on the faces of players like Seth Jones.
Torts is too old school, bro. I feel like Torts is out. I feel like his methodology is out. It's not.
Babcock was the first to go. He was the most aggressive, but
and Torts is right behind that. Torts rules with an iron fist, man. If he rules with an iron fist, so these guys, they've got a lot to prove, et cetera, et cetera. Like, they're here. You know what I mean? You got to work with these guys. Your younger guys coming in, everyone learns differently. These generations coming in. I don't think they're taking the time to adapt to the younger players, the newer guys. They're just not taking the time to learn how they learn, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, Buffalo, they got rid of their coach, and the new coach has been playing the young guys, and they've been winning games. I mean, come on, bro. They got the talent.
I think Torts might be out. I feel like his time might be done with them, and maybe even the NHL, just because, like I said, unless he gets on more of an older veteran squad, I don't know. But that's really not the direction of the NHL.
I can see him maybe going out west, maybe Anaheim.
I was going to say, but that's really not the direction of the league. You know, you need the young, fast guys that play the body. I don't know. It's weird. The future of the league is going to be wild.
Yeah, he'd have to change his coaching style. He'd have to agree to, like, listen, you got to ease up on these guys.
Listen, we have to talk. We have to talk to these guys.
These wild, no cell phones on the airplanes.
Right.
Bullshit. No cell phones on game days.
Wow. No joke.
We'll see what happens over there.
Yeah, man. Let's jump out to the West, where we got a lot to talk about between Colorado and Vegas. Colorado in first with 64 points. Tied with Vegas was for 64 points as well. Scary.
Pulling away from everybody. Even their third place, Minnesota, with 57. They're just pulling away. They're just separating themselves. That's why I'm like, when I compare, like, we're talking about these top teams, I reach out west, and I'm not slicing them up by any means. There's some good hockey being played in other divisions, but these guys are playing good hockey.
Yeah. Vegas is on another level. Colorado's on another level. McKinnon with 53 points. Rantanen with 52 points. Having a season, bro. 26 goals, 26 apples. This guy is incredible. Landeskog with 41 points as well, 25 assists, 16 goals. Dude, this squad is scary. And look we already mentioned it, Grubauer. Look at Grubauer out here. 25 wins, 8 losses, goals against 2.00. Let's go, Grubauer. Wow. That's big for them. That's big for them. He's changing the direction. That's how you win championships. It's how you win championships right there. Solid defense and solid goaltending. And that's all. That's the basic piece of the puzzle.
They just picked up Devin Dubnyk for their goaltending. Yeah, so McKinnon's just unreal. I think he's arguably maybe McDavid has a lot to offer, but I think he's top two. I think he might. McKinnon can arguably be the top guy. I really think he could be the best player in the NHL. Just he's so diverse. You know what I'm saying? Like, on both sides of the puck, he is top. He's an elite player on both sides.
Right, he's definitely an elite player. Yeah,
not taking anything from McDavid. Not saying he's not good defensively, but like, McKinnon is a stud. I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's tough. I'm sure there's that argument's definitely heavy, man. That's
I'm sure everyone in Colorado is like, yeah, you're right. We've been saying it, can't forget. You're right.
No joke, right? I don't know, man. We're bringing up Vegas in second, right behind Colorado, dude. Vegas. We just talked about Mark Stone earlier. What a guy to lead that squad, dude. This Vegas is a dangerous team, and they're turning it on. They're turning it on right now. That's for sure.
Yeah, the flower combination. Once again, we're obviously going straight to goaltending. They have great goaltending, and that's what it takes. You got to work your way out. As far as the roster goes, so Lettner, Fleury, both putting in work and getting the W's. But Pacioretty, Theodore, Stone, those guys are the guys that are making shit happen, man. They're really. Pacioretty is American-born player, so naturally, I'm a fan of him. But
their game plays another level right now, man. This is a cup-worthy team. They look good. You're exactly right. This is scary. I'm not a Vegas fan. I'm not a Vegas guy, but I will recognize real, and Vegas is real.
Yeah.
Facts.
How about I always go straight to 2018 when we refer to Vegas?
Yeah.
And if we're talking about, prior episodes like 46 where we talked about Vegas beating Caps in a best of 7, I would obviously still say Caps, but this Vegas team looks good. They look better than 2018.
For sure. I was getting ready to say they're better than 2018.
We played them. We saw them firsthand, Obviously everyone else did, but like they're a good team.
Mm-hmm. They're a better team than 2018. I think as of right now, the Caps are too, except our goaltending. And I feel like that might be our only weakness. We'll get to the Caps in a minute. Bringing up third place in that division is Minnesota at 57 points. Dude, I wanted to talk about Minnesota. Well, I wanted to talk about this guy later, but did you remember that post? I sent you that post of Kale Kripasov's gloves where he has that pad removed. Isn't that wild?
That is wild. I've seen the smaller like pads there, like trimmed, but never gone completely above the tower.
We're gonna circle back to that though. We're gonna talk about that later. But this is another fun team to watch, dude. Minnesota's a fun team to watch play hockey right now.
Young players, you got guys like Jordan Greenway, Fiala, Kiprusoff. These guys are all producing, Harrison Eck, all of them. And out of nowhere, you got guys like Zuccarello, who I'm a huge fan of. I love Zuccarello. Yeah. Big Zook fan. But yeah, and then great goaltending again, I feel like.
Two big tendies, Cam Talbot and Capo Kakkonen. Two big tendies out there. That's a solid 1-2 combo. It's a scary squad right there. They could definitely, if they tighten up. I mean, they're in third right now. They're definitely playoff bound, in my opinion. And they're gonna cause some problems in there for sure.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be tight though. Like, I mean, Arizona's trying to make a push. I feel like they have enough games to maybe do it, but 57 to Arizona's fourth place, 45. It's going to be tight. So I think you're right with them for sure making the playoffs, unless they were to fall off for some reason.
Right, which I don't see happening.
But once again, 4, 5, and 6 looking to make things interesting. St. Louis in 5th with 44 points, and then San Jose in 6th with 40. So it's a 5-point span for a playoff spot right now for San Jose. And then right behind them, the Los Angeles Kings with 38. They could potentially still make a push too.
Which is crazy to think about.
Yep, it is and they've got the least amount of games played in the whole division.
Yeah.
So if anybody has a chance, they do.
LA? Yeah. The LA Kings, the purple and gold, man, their throwbacks are sick.
Oh my God, those reverse retros are
so OG,
so hard,
so OG. And wrapping up the bottom of the West is Anaheim with 35 points. We can
Terry getting sent down back to minors. Like what? I don't even know what's going over there. I don't know.
And toying with the AHL. Do you see his goal there day on his toe?
Yeah.
Like, and just so nonchalant, dude. He's toying. I guess it's a maturity thing. I have a feeling that's all that it is. It's a maturity thing. And because look at him. Look, he's like just having fun in the AHL. He's like, fuck it, dude. 2-way contract.
He's gonna get paid. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I was gonna say if come on.
I'm so glad he's an American too. We got the Olympics coming. Trevor Zegras, Austin Matthews, Jack Eichel, TJ Oshie.
Speaking of Eichel, we got to touch. We haven't touched on the East yet.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's just jump to Buffalo. This is big news, real quick. Buffalo has been eliminated from the playoffs already, but Jack Eichel out for the season with a herniated disc in his neck. Is this real? Is this really happening, or is this his exit? Is this Jack Eichel's exit for Buffalo?
I think they were waiting to see what was going to happen with the team. And, hey, are we going to be in a position to where if he came back and we made something happen, we can make a playoff push?
Right.
Well, no more. Now that they know for sure, might as well come out with the hidden dagger.
That's wild.
Jack's hurt and he's out. But it's supposed to be good for next season. We'll see what happens. Crazy. But, like, this sucks for a guy that puts his body on the line for an organization that can't even make the playoffs. They just tied the NHL record by not making the playoffs this year with the most 10 seasons in a row.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Oh my goodness. And we know we've We did not make the playoffs. We just got eliminated from the playoffs.
We just got eliminated from playoffs time, so we don't know.
So not even not making the playoffs. I couldn't imagine. Just like hockey ends. Like, that's a season. Good season. There's still hockey being played, and we're not.
Yeah,
like, I couldn't imagine. We're always in the playoffs, at least one round.
At least one round. Pittsburgh, thank you. But let's jump to the boys. Capitals out here in the East, and they're first in the East with 62 points. Put finally a little cushion on Pitt and
on Pitt. It was been the Islanders number 2. Pittsburgh is a fucking surprise for me. I did not expect for them to come back the way they did. They were down in 6 for a little bit.
Yeah, dude, I had Pitt written off. Why have I done this to so many teams? I was they're done.
Picked up Jeff Carter. He's still interesting to see in those colors, but hey, good for them for getting it. Sid's been unreal. Unreal. His hip check today on the Buffalo State. Oh, and it's the goal from the
goal.
The equipment manager throws him the twig, goes down after he hands his own twig off. That is so sick to see the boys celebrating with him too, embracing him being part of this, team. So fucking tight.
It's a big deal. We're gonna circle back to the Caps. We got a lot to talk about, but Pitt coming up in second, third. The Islanders they hit a little bit of a patch there. 44 games played, 58 points. Islanders are a scary squad, bro, and I can't believe we beat them the other night. They're a scary squad. I think I'm more afraid of them than Pittsburgh. That's for sure. I think that's.
Yeah, it's scary. I don't know because we got Pitt coming up, so I'll probably change my mind. But knowing what we've seen from the Islanders, because I feel like we haven't played Pittsburgh in a long time. Now that I'm thinking about it, a while. Yeah. So we don't know what's going on with Pittsburgh, so we need to be careful what we ask for. But yes, the Islanders in third place look like they have the Caps number the best. They have the same style. They're just as fast because of blades. We know
blades. Over half of them are blade techies.
Yeah, they're the most techiest team. Anyways,
shout out to Anthony. Big shout out to Anthony.
Big shout out to Anthony always. What was I saying? Oh, yes. And they just added the new acquisitions of the New Jersey Devils trade.
Yeah.
With, Palmieri.
Zajac and Palmieri. Insane.
Yeah, we haven't played them since. It's gonna be interesting. And the way Boston threw us around today.
Boston, I told you who we're looking out for, man. Hall and Lazar. And Hall was making moves today, bro. Our defense got exposed again, man. Char wasn't in the game. We're going to talk about that as well, but our defense definitely got exposed today. Yeah, as well as our tenders. Our tenders are not as good as we think. I really think they're not. I don't know.
I don't think that's fair to say because we've played these guys. We've played these guys all year, and we've just had their number. We just had their number 8-1. Hall is not that huge of an influence. I definitely think he's taken the weight off some guys on that line, like Krejci, and that's probably why he's had success.
Right.
The type of game he was playing, there was a lot of hitting after whistles. Willie got a hit where they were looking for a headshot, but the guy was mid-shoot shot.
Right.
Hell. Then you get halfway with the boarding call and game misconduct, which we were talking about it, and I'm not wish ill on nobody getting hurt, but I feel like, come on, bro. I'm pretty nice with just one hand on my twig, like to the point where I could still like put my hand up real quick. Like he was not far away enough from the boards, and it was a soft like hip bump. He didn't even come into him and hit him. Like he was already there and just kind of pushed him with his hip to give him a little bump. I don't know, man. You'll have to see it for yourself.
Yeah, I missed it. Unfortunately, I missed it. Gush though, he was a gusher.
Yeah, he was bleeding, but because helmet came down, visor. Yeah,
classic.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, yeah, if these guys are willing to step in front of slap shots, you don't think they'll be willing? I'm saying he did exaggerate,
right,
throw himself into the boards a little to get the penalty called, but I mean, they step in front of slap shots, knowing that visor's going to cut him like it's a knife.
Yeah, no joke.
Just saying, it's not a big deal to a guy to get 2 points.
It is what it is, and bringing up
playing for the cup.
Right. Yeah, but that's Boston. That's there in fourth with 56 points, and that brings up New York in fifth with 52 points. New York is that team right now, man. I think they're going to be a team that causes a headache. Panarin, did you see Panarin's video interview the other day? He's like, "Give me the puck more." Did you see that? Like he wants to be the guy. Like wants to be the guy on his stick.
Yep. And then you got guys like Adam Fox, like we mentioned earlier, is up for the Norris essentially. Zibanejad is just another. He's a freak. 2 strides and he's gone. He can be behind you. He can be in front of your defender with 2 strides. He's behind him one-on-one with your goalie. He's that fast. He's so skilled. Unreal.
This guy has fun with the game. You can tell he has fun with it. That's why it's different. Like it's different for guys like that.
Something to mention too, because we didn't talk on the boys that much this time. The Caps picking up Anthony Mantha from Detroit.
We're circling back to that.
Okay, never mind. Save mentally. We're coming back, Mantha.
I just wanted to get through. Yeah,
I was just going to compare his advantage ad with the length, the speed, the way he's able to pull away.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I like that.
I think depending on who Boston plays, I don't have their schedule up in front of me, and depending on who the New York Rangers play, I really see like they've been beating up on the Devils. So if they get the Devils a couple more times, if they fall against the Devils and towards the end of the season more, that's in their advantage for that spot.
Yeah, I was going to say because we're going to circle back to the Caps, but the Caps have a lineup. They have a tough. We have definitely the latter tough of the season. That's for sure. Bringing up sixth though, Philly. We've placed them the other day. They're in 46 points. Philly's right on the cusp, man. They've got some guys, but they're just not putting it together. I think they're suffering in a little goaltending department over there in Philly. That's going to hurt them the most. But I don't know. They're a solid squad. Philly still has some potential, but I don't think this year's their year.
Yeah, they're fighting for a spot against the Rangers. And they're going to be playing the Rangers this week when this drops. That Thursday, they start a series against Philly, and then the Rangers will then jump into a series against Buffalo. Once again, advantage them if Philly can't stop at least 2 of the 4 in that series. So it's going to be a tight race in the East, dude. It's really close.
For sure. Then, as you said, bringing up the last 2 spots, New Jersey and Buffalo. Buffalo officially out. New Jersey causing headaches, though, man. I feel like they got some guys' numbers like the Capitals.
Applaud to Nico Hischier, too, coming back for the New Jersey Devils. He's rocking the full cage, the bucket. So, shout out to them.
Yeah, dude. It's definitely that squad. They've got some battles. They got to figure some things out. But I don't know if I wouldn't count them out, but they're definitely going to be the thorn in someone's paw. But that's what I see coming.
Yeah, you can expect teams like Buffalo and New Jersey, who are younger squads, they're gonna go through some growing pains, but they still are gonna play spoiler. They know that Boston and the Rangers are playing for spots. They know that what's on the line for these guys, and they want to be spoiler. So it's going to be some good hockey played by these teams still, even though they're slacking in the rankings.
I agree. But all right, let's jump back to the Caps, guys. Those are your divisions and standings as of right now. We're going to circle back to the Caps because we've got to talk about Ovi. We've got to talk about Kuzi, and we got to talk about the addition of Anthony Mantha. Silk, I want you to take the road right now because you were already ready to go about it.
Yeah, Anthony Mantha has been a huge pickup.
Trade. I mean, I think that I talked about it before. We were upset before. I was upset before getting him and having him here already. 4 goals, 4 games. I mean, what an impact this player is having with the Capitals already, bro.
Yeah, Mantha scoring today, so huge for him. What I love about him though is like we play a heavy forecheck with a really, 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 really good cycle game. We have a really good cycle game. Our board battles, everything. Our end zone play is great. He has that finesse where he's like Nicky can slow it down and put the puck where he wants, but he's able to do it. I noticed with his long reach, arm wise and stick, he's behind guys. They're on at him trying to check him, and he's just reaching around behind them and making the passes. It's unreal to see. Like he's just using his size to his advantage in so many ways. He's so skilled and fast. And then you compared his shot, I'm sorry, to Kovalchuk today.
Yeah, just from anywhere. It's incredible. His addition, his presence, his IQ, all of it. I'm telling you, man, this is a solid trade in my book. The picks, like I said, we had to sweeten the pot with the picks, save some money, but this guy's an addition that is going to have an impact moving forward. I mean, immediately, as it's already proven, immediately this guy's having an impact and making that second line better. Keeping Mickey going, keeping Oshie's going. Oshie is coming alive. 4 goals in his last 2 games alone. This guy is coming to life. This is what we need to make this cup run. 2018 vibes with the addition of Mantha, bro. It's insane.
Yeah, and he throws the body around. He's not afraid to play the
He's
body.
A big boy.
He's a bigger guy. Exactly.
Yep.
It'd be almost like upgraded Verona. I mean, he's not to say he's as fast as Verona, but maybe. I just compared him to Zibanejad. Like he has the length. His stride is so long, and he has a filthy shot. So I think we might have won on this one, bro.
The shot's a laser.
I love Verona. Love the kid, but
I think we got the instant scratcher. You know what I mean? I think we got we're going to see the results immediately. We might lose down the line with Verona and these potential picks, but
because that guy could blow up. You imagine him being a superstar with Detroit and helping that organization win a cup?
He could be, man. I think he's gonna be right up there with Larkin. Like he's gonna be top guy on this squad. It's gonna happen. But here's the thing: is the Caps organization? I feel like we are recruiting as some of the best all the way through Hershey. These guys, so they could afford to pass on these picks. Maybe they didn't see anything coming, especially with the whole this whole COVID era where guys aren't, a lot of guys didn't get to play OHL, et cetera, et cetera. He's got other places are getting locked out. I feel like these guys made the right move. I feel like they did their research and they know what they did.
Yeah, and another thing is with all these signings too, as far as good as the recruiting and stuff has been scouting, all these deals that are signed, even if Mantha doesn't work out, we're not signing them super long. We're not signing anybody super long right now. We're on a win mentality. We have Ovi. Yep. We're basing everything around the next 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
With Ovi here. After that, we'll plan a fucking rebuild. Maybe the last 2 years we'll start working on draft picks, blah, blah, blah. But as of right now, it's a win mentality. Ovi, Washington, they got Ovi. They signed Nicky. It's win now. So Mantha coming in and being able to produce instantly, that's so fucking huge. We don't need draft picks and shit to produce. Right. We have so much talent coming up. You know what I'm saying? So much talent coming up.
Locking down Sherry for 2 more years.
Yeah,
Sherry
exactly.
1.5 ABV. What an addition, bro. Solid pickup. I mean, look at Spronger coming in the mix. I mean, this is a dangerous lineup, man. I feel like, and this is what helped us win in 2018. Juice, DSP, these guys coming alive. You know what I mean?
DSP, bro.
Yeah, man. And these guys coming alive, and I think we've got that. We've got those vibes with these guys we're bringing in off Taxi and getting these guys lined up. Let's touch on Chara though. Chara blocked some heavy shots over the weekend. Saturday, 3 shots in like 1 shift, which was a long shift. Big fella that hit the ice a couple times. Caught some low right on the ankle, one right behind his knee where there's no padding. Mm-hmm. Definitely took a beating for the boys, man. Much respect for Chara, and he actually missed the game against Bruins due to it. Definitely had some deep contusions for Chara, but that's what it takes, man. That's what it's all about. Blocking shots like that. It's how you take the team to the next level. It's how you help your goalie out. You're bailing the boys out. That's heart right there.
Yeah, completely agree with you. Chara's a stud. He's leading by example. He knows how to play the leadership role, and can't expect anybody else to do something that you're not willing to fucking do.
Definitely, man. I can't agree more. I'm excited to see where this Caps team goes, man. This is definitely the year. This is a great year for us to have another year. You know what I mean? Why not, bro?
Yeah, I like the 2018 vibes, bro. You know it. I like it. We have a good team. The goaltending though is sketchy. Goaltending is sketchy.
Yeah, I lost you for a second there. I don't know what happened. No dropout.
I dropped out.
Yeah, just like 1 second. Yeah.
I was saying I have 2018 vibes. Like, I, other than the goaltending, you're right. So I guess I can't fully commit to that because the goaltending does scare the shit out of me.
Sketchy, suspect.
We got exposed today. Vanishek got exposed. That Bergeron goal, and then Krejci letting Orlov slide by. I'm sharing that on Sokimets. That was great. That's just a good goal. He's
no joke.
He sniped. So we'll see.
Yeah, man. All right, guys, that's a wrap on the NHL and a wrap on the Caps. Not a wrap on the Caps, but a wrap in today's segment. But we've got a lot to keep our eyes on and a lot to keep changing. But I do want to jump into something that's been a hot topic all over Instagram and the interwebs and stuff like that. But did you watch the Jake Paul Ben Askren little boxing match? Did you watch that?
No, I didn't give it the time of day, and I knew the results would be on the internet, and I saw the results, and I saw it's Jake or Paul.
Jake. So this is Jake Paul.
Jake Paul.
Jake. It's Jake. This is the younger of the Paul brothers. This is the guy who knocked out the basketball player or whatever.
Yeah.
This is that guy.
Yeah. Well, man, he knocked dude out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was a huge size difference. So number one, first off, credits due where credits due. Jake Paul did the work and he knocked him out. So hats off to him with his second victory over a non-boxing athlete, which is kind of weird, but short kid. But yeah, did the work, got the W. Fought a guy who thought this was a joke, and Ben Askren already knows it. Like he's like, yeah, he's going to get ridiculed for this one. Like he's ready to get ripped, but he came in sloppy, overweight, not looking in shape. I just watched the weigh-ins, and I see that little trash talk back and forth, and Ben Askren didn't take any of this seriously, and that's what happened. He got knocked out. He looked like he's a mixed martial arts fighter, so like as soon as the fight started, he had his hands up like it was a Muay Thai fight, and I was like, he's going to box right around that, and that's exactly what he did. And Jake Paul knocked him out with a heavy right, bro. Saw it on World Star like 30 minutes after it happened. So, but got the W. And this kid, I mean, I'm not going to say that.
It's cat. He made money. That boy made money.
Both of them did. That's the only reason why I did anything. That's all they care about, the clout and money.
So bad for boxing as a sport, which used to be like the sport in America, right?
Yeah, ruining it, man. Just little stuff like this. It's not relevant. And it's so funny because like America hates this kid, but like his following is so hardcore, you know?
Right? It's so weird.
It's crazy. But I don't know. Supposedly he's now that, because this was kind of a big deal. Jake Paul was the one who stirred up the stuff with it. Well, Evander Kane, chirped in on it, and all these other hockey players got in the mix of the talking about fighting him. But I don't know, this kid who's got nothing else to do. He's got a shit ton of money, and all he does is train boxing for real. He trains daily. Like, this kid's real. Like, it's real.
Yeah, the fact that he trains every single day. I mean, come on, bro. You're eventually going to get good at whatever you're doing if you do it.
Exactly.
So,
and I think there's something about Jake Paul. This is a kid who grew up on social media. He's a little bit fucking crazy. Like I've seen like the look in his eyes on some of these videos that he does, and I'm like, this guy's got like some fucking. He's got some crazy in it for sure. Like, he's definitely a
sold to the devil to be famous.
Probably, son.
You know how that shit goes.
You know how it goes. Sign started lying right here.
Sign this. You famous. Insta. Famous.
Yeah. I mean, they all did it. Like, they're hard workers. Don't get me wrong. We know how hard it is to get YouTube up and running and shit like that. Like, It's definitely hard work, but it's incredible that these guys are just forming like just all these careers and shit based off that. It's so wild, man.
Different
like
time.
with nothing, just bullshit. Like, follow me. Like,
I mean, we talked about it last time. Look at all these, like, music industry's taking a big hit because everyone's a singer now. I don't need to.
Yeah, they don't need it. SoundCloud or TikTok.
Models basically don't exist. What's a supermodel? I just get on my fucking Instagram and find a model in my zip code. Okay.
Yeah, immediately.
Like,
just the half nakedness.
Yeah, but a fat ass. Like, it's unreal.
It's just everywhere.
It's everywhere. Yeah, it's everywhere. Everybody's you see, literally everywhere. Everyone on YouTube doing stick handling training videos and like not even real trainers, but it's out there and they have a following. They have people asking them questions how to do this and that. Like, it's just what it is.
Yeah, it's taking advantage of it, I guess, right?
Yeah, it's putting yourself out there too. You have to applaud these people that are doing it, bro. Like, it takes you have to go out there and do it and stay consistent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's that easy, I think. Like, when you think about it, like, when you hear the term like, oh, anyone can do it. Yeah, anyone can do it, but you have to stay consistent.
You have to work.
You just have to do it. Yeah. So
there's a lot to it. Yeah, man. It's cool. I don't know. I fuck with it. That's what makes you different, though, man. And that's the thing is, like, it's not to get like super deep real fast, but it's almost like you think about, it's like everyone's doing it or everyone's got this and that. And it's crazy that the people just keep still doing it. You know what I mean? Because now, before, it was like if one person did something, they were different. And, but now it's like with podcasts, it's so crazy that I remember when we started this podcast, it was like there was one podcast to like every 600 people. Like, that's how many there are. And now it's even more than that. Like, there's one podcast per 300 people. Like, every one of their mothers got a podcast. I talked to like JG from the softball team. Oh yeah, softball's back. We got to talk about softball. But like, I talked to JG about it, and he's like, yeah, I've been thinking about starting one for baseball. And I'm like, bro, like, get after it. Like, this is, if you enjoy it, like, and you're genuine, you'll have fun. You're knowledgeable. Like, bro, like, you'll have such a good. You have, and he's got a great voice. And JG's an absolute beaut, man. We both love that guy. Yeah. But yeah, man. Like, I was like, do it, man. Like, it's so much fun. I was like, it's not that hard. Like, you just got to work at it for sure. You learn as you go. But I mean, it's not that hard to get started. I was like, just get after it. So it's just cool to see, like, everyone's just blossoming. I don't know. It's wild. It's fucking cool, man.
Well, like, I talked about it before, but we're kind of trendsetters. And what I mean by that is we're inspiring people. Like, yo, Josh, if Jimmy and Sil can do it, like, I can do it. I'm not saying like we're empowering people, but like the fact that so many people close to us are seeing that it's possible. That may, people would probably be thinking like, oh, podcast, it's in the studio and you got to do this and that. No, bro. No.
Yeah.
This shit anywhere. It's just so many different ways of doing it. You can do it on your iPhone. You can do it on your damn iPhone. You can record it, put it on YouTube. Done. Got my own podcast.
Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah, it is wild. It's fucking wild as shit, bro.
Yeah. I don't know. It brings me into another topic I wanted to touch on. And a guy I work with, my buddy Tony, he posted a Facebook status a while back, and we had talked about it, and it was let me pull up my note real fast just to make sure I get it right. But it was I know that you're going to resonate with this because I want to see how you feel about it. But it's a legit quote, and I've been thinking about it a lot lately because it's how we talked about it earlier. Let me just say this quote. It goes, I don't lose, I win or I learn, so I ultimately won. That always resonates with me. I love that quote. And we talked about it at work, and it was just like, yeah, man, like for real, you got it. Like, that's what I always like remember. Like, there's something to learn out of every scenario. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not learning, that's the problem. You know, like if you're not taking the time to learn on that. But how you feel with that? I know that resonates with you, dude. How do you feel about that?
Of course. It's nothing but lessons. I stack up L's.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not one of those guys like, oh, I don't catch L's. All I do is win. Well, good for you, bro.
A lot.
I catch L's because those L's add up to W's. It's just, bro. It just does. If you do the work, if you stay consistent, there's things that come to it. L's just don't become W's. But if you do the right things, those L's become W's, bro. It happens. You feel me?
The L become the double.
Yeah. So that definitely resonates with me, man. Because that's like for me, like I use that all the time. I get my most frustrating thing with everything I fucking do, copywriting, graphic design, all that shit, is marketing and Facebook ads for me. Like that's my learning curve right now. And it costs money, unfortunately. There's only one way to get better is you got to pay to play. So it costs money to do ads, and then you do these ads and they bomb, and it's just like, fuck. But then I go through, I check my analytics, I change this, I change that, I do the next one. Okay, we got this many orders compared to this. And then you keep evolving. Technically, I'm losing money, so I'm catching L's. But each time I'm getting better and better at it to the point where it's the point where it's gonna start making money. It's inevitable. Yeah. You know? So I definitely believe in that shit. That shit's tough.
Yeah, that's part of running the business. That's it right there, man.
Yeah.
No, I just love it, dude. Because like I said, I always try to learn. You know, my goal is to learn one thing a day. And like lately, man, it's been like 10 to 15 things a day. It's been crazy, dude. Like there's so much.
I was just gonna touch on like you talking about the constantly learning thing. Even like there's no excuse not to learn now. Stop listening to music on the way fucking home. Listen to a podcast. You're cutting the grass. Put your earphones in. Listen to a podcast. Like, you know what I'm saying? Instead of playing that game or killing time while you're waiting for your chick to get work by scrolling Instagram for the third time, go download a book real quick and read a couple pages. Even if you read 3 pages a day, 1 page a fucking day.
One page a day, yeah.
But what got me thinking was another thing to go along with that is learning every day is like who you surround yourself with. Like even if you don't have people around you that are doing the things that you want to do, find those people and listen to them. Like for me, like YouTube videos are the best because I'll go and I listen to this guy that has a multi-million-dollar business and listen how he failed 5 fucking times before it popped off. And then you're like going in from thinking, oh, this guy's rich, knows what he's talking about, to like, this dude has fucking failed more than me. He's done, and then he tells you his story. He's like, I wouldn't have done that. Why'd he do that? It's like, oh shit, they're not saying you're better than someone, but they may be doing things that you wouldn't have done that you're doing better than them already. You never know. So hearing other people's stories and shit, that's also a part of knowledge. It's not necessarily just sitting down and cramming books, like listening to other people's stories and learning from them.
No, that's like you nailed it, man. Podcasts. I'm big into podcasts. Music's one of my favorite things in the whole world.
Yeah, same.
But I just find myself with podcasts and just learning other people's ideas. And like, I'm all over, man. Like my spectrum. So I have a certain spectrum of podcasts. I love a lot of comedy just because it's kind of like relaxing to hear just other people geek out. You know, I love that. But like, I'm big into history and just like, and stuff that like that I'm interested in too, man. Just like anything that just goes. But like the history is big for me. Just learning more about history so I can be a better person. You know what I mean?
What's been your little niche right now as far as history goes? Because I just watched World War II in color because that's one of my favorite eras.
Yeah,
the shit that was going on, especially the conspiracies with the Nazis and going around looking for like ancient gems that do powers, like the shit they were in. Like, anyways, what's your thing right now?
So I got down this rabbit hole with people like Vietnam and like the effect it had on like the like homelessness, but also the effect of like Vietnam was one of the first like war things where people were stolen valor really became an issue. Like Vietnam was one of the first places where guys like, oh, I was over in Nam and this and that happened, and because there was no way to check that, so you were just trusting, these guys, these were vets, you were trusting they went through the shit. So a lot of people just had stolen valor, like in that time period. And that was one I recently listened to. And Dan Carlin is one of my favorites, dude. I still am getting my way through the, what is it? Why am I drawing a blank on his name? What am I trying to say? Condescon. What's that guy?
His first name Dan.
No, Dan Carlin. But no, the guy. The guy. Oh my God, what the hell was his name?
I don't know, Oscar.
No, the guy.
Is it the guy that used to kill roaches Genghis and lost Khan. A lot of watt? Oh, okay.
No.
He's a military guy. I didn't know where we were going with this.
No, Genghis Khan. I told you I started that one a while ago.
Oh,
I'm still
yeah,
making my way through it.
You blew me away with the his like seed spreading story.
Yeah. Like he was the most murderous man of them all, and like technically, I think we're all related through Genghis Khan.
No,
and his
there's
family.
No Asian in my. I'm Native American, bro.
We right, but like
different kind.
Yeah, but like the people there are like all like related and stuff. But I get lost in that history stuff because it's like that. Also, again, and then like I get questions, and they bring it up where it's like, and we only know this because the winners write the books. You know, like it makes you even question history, which is what really which is what really gets me fired up. It's like, bro, only the winners write the stuff, and the winners write whatever they want.
So if the bad guys are always winning, you never know. You'll never know.
You never know.
Whoa, that's fucking freaky to think about. What if you are the bad guy and you don't even know?
Do I say that?
I don't think in a lot of cases, we've been bullies. We've been the bad guys.
He's been at war for 256 plus years.
We weren't with Trump, bro. Fuck that.
It's crazy, dude.
Biden immediately thrown us in there, trying to take guns already. And now all these mass shootings are happening. Like, I'm not talking conspiracy, but like, isn't that wild that he's going after guns and now all this shit's happening with guns again? All of a sudden, Corona's not that big of a deal and it's a gun issue in America again. Like, come on, folks, wake the fuck up.
It's crazy because I was like, it was I really don't like getting political, but when Biden won, I was like, okay, maybe things will just calm down. Like maybe just things will just calm down for a couple months. What did we make it? 2 months? And now it's just like we're right into the police shootings again, right into the mass shootings again. And I'm like, how does this just happen? It's like,
how does it happen in the same spot? This like Minneapolis twice? Democratic run?
I don't want to go. This is a deep rabbit hole for me. And like the woman that killed the young guy, they just pulled him over for that fucking air freshener in his window, and he had that warrant for not paying a bill, and like she shot him once in the chest, and she thought it was his taser. Like, what
got arrested for smoking weed as a kid, and like missed
a ticket.
Bro,
because of COVID.
But the fact that they can pull people over for having something hanging from their mirror, that right there, like that policing has gone too far. Policing, that's what we need to realize it is. They're policing.
Yeah.
The shit they're allowed to do to begin with. Like, no, bro, pull me over if I'm breaking a law. Pull me over if my vehicle is unsafe to me and others.
Right.
Fucking pull, or if I'm doing something stupid like drinking or on my phone. Don't pull me over because I have an air freshener.
Yeah, man. I don't know. So it sucks because I have empathy for everything that's going on both sides of police. I have the empathy for the police and the situation.
There's good and bad on both sides always, right?
Yeah, but I have the empathy for the victims. But it's just like it's so incredible. Obviously, we need police. You cannot not have police because we already seen what happens when you don't have them.
Yeah.
But I don't know where this reform is going to have to happen if the people, you know what I mean? Because
it's the training. It's the fucking training, bro. Listen. Let's think about this. And I don't know any of this shit, okay? But I just know what I've heard, so I've put things together myself. We have a fucking vet homeless problem in America. Right. Why are we not training these guys to go straight into policing? Then they get an income and a career. And these guys are coming from what they're trained to do is they get shot at. They don't shoot back.
Yeah.
These guys are not afraid to get shot at. So the fact that all these guys that have gotten shot without even having possession of a gun, you know what I'm saying? Or being gun even being fired. We've eliminated all those right there by having someone behind, the gun on as a police officer. That's okay. He's been used to being shot at. Like, doesn't that make more sense?
There's a lot to it that I think there's so much to it.
I'm sure. I make it sound easy because I know nothing and I'm ignorant to the thing. But to me, like, it's a win-win for America. We're helping our vets that are homeless and jobless after they get out of the service, and we're helping our police because now we have guys that have done this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I agree. There's so much to it, and I have friends that are police officers and family members, and it's a selfless job. Number one, like these guys are really like it is selfless. Same with firefighters, it's selfless, but at the end of the day, it's whether it comes down to hate in someone's heart or just the way you got to be unprogrammed. You know what I mean? You've got to be unprogrammed, I think, in order to have that type of position, which means because there definitely is a race issue with it. I'll say it. There is a race issue with it when, for whatever reason, the justice system treats white people different than brown people or black people. It's done, and it's heartbreaking. It really
also
is
the
heartbreaking.
Stereotype. I'm assuming is what happens is the stereotype, assuming that because you're pulling over a black male, that he's going to have some type of gangster attitude or be some type of thug.
But that's programming. But that's a stereotype.
That's what I'm saying.
It's also programming.
Yeah.
You're that's the thing, is that cop is already thinking that, you know what I mean? Like, oh, this guy, like, I'm
so many good friends that by based off looks, you'd be like, oh, this guy's got nothing, but it's the nicest person you've ever fucking met. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing about life, man. That's what I mean. It's the thing about life.
But you're right, it goes both ways, because there are those guys that take advantage of that. Oh, this cop ain't expecting nothing, and he does have something, and he is doing something illegal. It's just one of those things. But I definitely think the policing issue could use a little boost. I'm not going against cops at all. I definitely support police, but I think there could be something going on there. Maybe some more, because it look like if we acknowledge and just say there's no other things going on and they're just really fuck ups for what they are, then y'all need some confidence. But with a gun in your fucking hand, for real. No, if it's that quick.
It's just more training in a sense all the way around. Yeah. I mean, think about what it takes to be a lawyer. Yeah. In college, 4 years of school, you got to pass the bar exam, but yet these people are enforcing the law with 6 months of training. You know, like there's things that just don't make sense.
I almost became a cop, bro. And when I went to the you have to like do a little thing, and then you have to do a physical. You have to go run. You have to do all that shit. When I showed up to it, bro, you wouldn't have believed the fucking line that was wrapped around the building for people that day. Like it's unreal. So it's almost like they're just pushing them out.
Yeah.
And investing the time now, early. So they're hardwired and programmed to succeed at their position. It's just get more people into the force to police.
Yeah. I don't know. It's wild, dude. Like, I took criminal justice that was my major in college for a while, was criminal justice. I wanted to be involved with something forensic, or, you know what I mean? Like, I was into CSI and shit back then. So I was like, that'll be me. Blood semen everywhere. You know, like, I thought that was going to be me, but that was not me at all. But yeah, man, I don't know. Like, it's a top down issue, like, and everything goes full circle. It's crazy, man. It's an unfortunate scenario for everyone. It sucks, man, because it just seems like now it's crammed on everyone's face. It's mainstream, when really if you go out and just, you know, like I said, if you go out and just talk to somebody, talk to someone else, we're all living the same life. You know what I mean? Where everyone is living the same life. That we're all a month behind on a truck payment. You know, we're all worried about our house. Like, we're all living the same exact life. Every single person is going through it, and that's what I mean. If we talk to our communities, invest more time in the community, I feel like that's where it really starts, you know? And that goes for any community, like any community. It all starts within that. You know, like the old saying, it takes a community to raise a child, right? Like, it takes more than that. And that's what I think. It takes a community to fix this. You know, you got to start somewhere and just work towards goals together. And the police department needs to be involved in the community. It used to be like that. I remember being a kid. My grandparents lived in PG County. All the neighbors knew each other. My grandfather was in the parade in PG County. Like, it's different. Like, now we don't care to know our neighbors, you know, like, the more privacy, the better. But then we have stuff like this where all we do is expel our privacy online, Instagram, Facebook. It's a weird time we live in. You know what I mean? Like, it's super odd. And I feel like that's why there's not the sense of community. You know, there's not that there anymore.
Yeah. Which sucks, which brings everyone together. Right.
Yeah. Especially children, dude, especially with kids not being in school for this time, and kids they learn to be around other kids. It's how they grow, you know? So for kids to not have that opportunity for a while, and now getting back to it, and then the fear of whatever the fuck all this is, you know, it's just crazy. But I feel like it all starts with the community, man. I feel like it all starts at home and in the community. And I don't know. I got a big heart, and I just want everyone, like, if we just people are a lot closer than they think. you know, with other people. That we're a lot closer. We're all the same. We really are. And if we could get past just preset cognitive notions and these thoughts, you know, it sucks. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
Yeah. I've said that to a few folks, and when they brought it up to me, like, you know, what's going on with the world? What do you think? Blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, turn your TV off and go outside. Go to the store.
Yeah,
hold the door for somebody when you go into the store. See the smile. Well, you're not gonna see the smile anymore, but you get the head nod. You get the thank you. People look out for each other. People hold the door for each other. Still, if you bring that vibe, you're gonna attract that vibe. You're gonna turn a guy. Like I've done it personally. I've seen it happen. I've done something for somebody and their mood has changed. I've seen it. You hold the door and they're like angry, looking at their phone. They're like, oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, something little, bro. Be the light.
Little, yeah, exactly.
Just so little.
That's what I would say for most Americans. Get outside, and you're right. It's community. Get out, go to the store. Instead of being a dick, cutting somebody for a spot, let them have that spot. You'll see them inside the store, give them a little wait. It sounds corny, really but like,
no, it's so corny, but it's the facts. It's big facts. Everyone is so selfish and self-centered and worried about them.
Or playing that tough guy role, like they're hard. You might take another from me. Like you're not. You shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but why? Like, like there's so much abundance.
Shit,
there's so much abundance. Like, why are we worried about this? You know what I mean? Like,
man, we went all over the place.
We did. This is a good one. I enjoy going. I enjoy doing it. But yeah, man, another update. I just wanted to keep some updates coming for you guys. I finally got some furniture, got some bedroom furniture.
Oh, nice.
We all knew about the debacle. So, I'm not quite living in a crack house anymore. No more boxes.
I have to ask if we're talking about your house. Any more issues with?
No, everything's been good. Everything's
positive
been good.
Vibes. Yeah. Vibes.
I haven't been worried about it. I'll probably think about it now tonight.
But I'm so sorry.
It's just the mirrors. I don't even want to talk about it. It's the mirrors. I got the closet doors are mirrors. I got to change them. Like Chick wants them out like ASAP. And I'm like, yeah, I got to do it. Cause I don't like the mirrors, but yeah, man, everything's been good. Everything's been good. The furniture is nice. I'm adjusting to like having a bedroom. I still got to build the bed frame. Cause the king bed, bro, that joint's heavy. And like I built the bed frame. I've just been lazy on the bed frame. Everything else is together. The dressers are all there. The mirror, another mirror. Add another mirror. Speaking of mirrors, but yeah, it's nice to have a nightstand and not just like a box. It's kind of cool, a little drawer and things. It's nice.
Yeah, that's real dope. Awesome.
Yeah. It's coming together. The next is the living room.
Glad to hear.
Got to get the living room together, and then it's hard, man. It's hard to find the right sectional. It's fucking hard, and I'm not paying no $5,000 for some fucking couch.
I've always had sectionals. Lately, I think the next move when we move is gonna be. I think I'm gonna do 2 couches.
2 couches.
Yeah, like I've been looking at like different like styles, and I like it when they're across from each other with a table in the center.
It's classy. It's classy move.
Yeah, because I watched this thing and I was like, all these living rooms everything's set up to point towards the TV, and I was like, yeah, a good conversation. I prefer that. Have some drinks.
Right.
Yeah. Are you all right over here? Are you
I think I got it. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm taking the focus. I got an eyelash in my eye, I think. Just these, just another
town over there. I was worried.
It hurts.
I don't know if you're gonna like pull your eyeball out and do a magic trick or something.
Man, now both eyes are almost closed. This is ridiculous.
Damn boy, blind you with some floss.
So the way my kitchen, like the kitchen, dining room, and living room are all open, there's an island in the kitchen. So I gotta kind of have it's kind of blocked off there. So I gotta have an L-shaped just for the fluidity of said room. Yeah. But yeah, man, the furniture game's tough, dude. It's hard to, and pictures are not cutting it. It's almost, you got to go touch it. You got to put your hands on it.
Well, that doesn't even fucking work. We sat on the couch that we have at the store, and I get it. This is going to be said. It gets used by a lot of people. It feels completely fucking different, bro. Not like material wise, just like comfort wise. Like we sat on it and I was like, yo, this is nice. I like the way it feels. Nah, it's not the same.
Yeah, that's how I got my dressers. Like I like my dressers. I'm happy with them, but they weren't the size I was expecting. And I was like, this will make a great spare bedroom. I guess I'll
put my underwear in here.
Yeah, I was like, this will make a good spare bedroom set. Like once we have a spare bedroom, I'm like fuck. I don't know. I'm happy with it. Like I said, it takes that one extra bit of chaos out. Like I know where my clothes are versus like, hey, which box or which hamper now? Like that's stressful.
Yeah, fuck living out of boxes, man. That shit sucks.
Yeah. The boxes aren't fun. But other than that, man, everything else is good. Rolling right along. Can't wait for summer. It's nice that this weekend's a little chilly, but man, this nice weather is really, really changing the vibe. you can tell people are kind of happy to see each other again. You know, it's nice to see the looks on people's faces behind the mask or whatever, you know. It's nice to get out there, get some good vibes coming home from work, get a little energy boost, you know, off work, and the weather's nice. It's not sad. You have to go inside. It stayed like light until like 8:00 like the other day. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah,
it's really happening.
I love it. I mean, obviously I'm different scenarios with work, but like it's nice to be able to go out like 1:00, 2:00, and it's just beautiful outside.
Yeah,
enjoy the weather, man. It's been blessing. I've been working out on the deck. It's nice.
Oh, you big stud, dude. Yeah, it's really nice. So like 10:00 is like midday for me. So like if you get to 10:00 and like it's just now like starting to warm up and stuff like that, you're like, yeah, this is gonna be a great day. And there's so much of the day left. You know, I really getting up early sucks ass, but man, having so much of the day, the afternoon, so beautiful.
Yeah,
like awesome. Fucking 9 to 5, bro. Oh, woof.
Yeah.
Like just that's
more
ways the best part.
More ways than one.
Yeah, no joke. But that's like the best part of the day. Like it's crazy, dude.
It's the best part of the day.
The best part of the day. I don't get it. But yeah, man, let's talk. You got anything else coming out for Silky, man? So no, we talked about the tie-dye hoodie, the new hand
we got some stuff coming. We just hit our 1-year anniversary. We've officially been popping off. For 1 year. So things are going good. We're better than we were a year ago. So we're not where we want to be.
Right.
But it's not now, it's a lesson. So big things coming. This joint's dropping. New dad hat. I got the
new dad hat. Yeah.
You know, this is sick. The tan, the khaki for the summer. It's comfy. Yeah. I like it. We got the tie-dye hoodie dropping. We're doing sweat short outfits. They're pretty fucking fire.
Bro. Sweat shorts are my favorite.
Oh. Yes. We got matching crew necks. You can get separate with them. The Hands Team collection. That's hard. What else we got coming? We got a new jogger coming out, gray with the Black Heritage logo. That's gonna be dope.
It's exciting, dude.
Supreme tee. Yeah, we got some stuff dropping, bro. We got some stuff dropping. Big things coming. We got like an Under Armour style, like jogger, like polyester, like, you know, style workout pant. That's gonna be real cool. We got a polo coming, like golf polo.
Nice.
We got some shit coming.
It's good, man. 1 year. Congratulations. Dude. I remember sitting on top of the cooling tower, getting the text message. It's so crazy, dude. 1 year ago. That's so wild, man.
I remember sending that text because I was a little off on telling people about it. So I'm just gonna do my thing. I don't want to. I'm not ready for the criticism or people to talk shit or you know, I don't know if it's good enough to even tell people. And so you were the first person I told.
Wow.
Like I'm gonna send it out to Jay, see what he thinks.
My heart.
When I got your reaction, I was like, all right, cool, mass send. Let's tell everybody. If Jay likes it, then I'm going to show everybody.
That's so dope, man. I'm honored to be one of the first, and you know, I'm glad you entrusted me with that. But yeah, man, what a hats off.
It's been a ride. You've helped along the way, from photo shoots to the podcast, everything. You've been a part of the team since day one, and I appreciate it, man.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. It's fun. I enjoy it, being a part of it. I'm glad I'm a part of it. It's a blast, dude. It's a blast. Talked to a couple people over the weekend about the pod, you know, just to get some positive, you know, results. And it's cool, man. It's just another way. It's a great conversation starter. It's just another way to connect with people, which is wild because I forget, like I told you, this is me. Like if you know me, like this is me 110%, bro. This is the most genuine version of myself I'm being, because I treat it like it's just me and you. Like this is our
I forget all the time
bro.
That's why I get a little passionate about shit. That's why I'm not afraid to go off track and random thoughts with you, because I'm just like, it's just us.
Yeah, it's wild. I feel like because I'm just in my office, like it's just like, I'm getting to talk to my buddy for an hour and a half. Yeah. It's so much fun, dude, and to see that other people enjoy it, and the people that don't even think, it's so crazy to think that like you never know who's listening. That's what's wild. Like that's just what
you've had some like people tell you they listen. You're like,
and you're like, I was like, whoa, like that's so cool, man. Like the support is so legit, and it's someone who like I've only come across in minor conversation. You know what I mean? Just we've exchanged words a few times, pleasantries. I always try to be nice, you know, and it's just like people listen, and it's like I'm like, that person knows so much about my life. It's so wild. Like, and that hits me sometimes, and I'm like, well, am I easy to kill? Like, if you figure you can figure me out. Okay, so this guy's playing puck. This is his, you know, he does this, and this. It's so crazy. I'm like if someone was like a stranger just came into me and like started talking to me, I'd be like, hold on, are you here to murder me? Like, you just know all these things about my life. Like, it's so weird, you know, just to put it out there. But I don't know, but they enjoy the laughter. They enjoy they're like, holy shit, that happened to you. I'm like, yeah, that did happen. That's crazy. That you like. First off, thanks for fucking listening. You know, it's so cool. It's so cool.
It is, but that's how you grow like a true following.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
what's
cool
the weirdest part is hearing randoms talk to you, enjoying your stories and stuff like that. And then you got people that you expect to listen to it and they don't. That's the real part.
They know nothing.
Isn't it weird how that works? Complete strangers become like not fans, but like followers, like they're interested in your life. They enjoy you as a person.
It's cool.
And then the people you're like doing illegal shit with and growing memories with are like, right. Cool, man.
Yeah, cool. It's wild. It's cool though. It's not. I get it. Podcasts aren't everyone's thing. It takes time to get in. You got to like podcasts. I get it. And then also too, you got to have the time. You know, if there's some people only have this time, they want to listen to someone they know they like. You know, that's why some of these guys I listen to. It's like I look at some of their view counts and they're like 500,000 views. I'm like, that's incredible. And just this other guy, like just this other local guy is like 30,000. I'm like, man, it's so like I can't wait to be there. You know what I mean? It's just so incredible that many people are interested in, like, just like what we have our crew, like our normal crew on Instagram and stuff. I love those guys. Like, it's just cool to see the constant love and support from complete strangers, which is really fucking cool. Like, it's really cool to, like, we talk about McFly all the time. That's our buddy, dude. I love seeing his name pop up. You never know what the fuck he's going to say. And like, he just sends us stuff. Like, it's so cool. Like, this is someone I talk to, like we regularly message each other. Like, it's cool. You know, like it's and all because of just something that we put out there and have fun. And this guy's like, fuck, these guys are cool. You know what I mean? Like it's fucking cool. Yeah, that's all I can say. It's so cool. It's cool. So cool.
It's been good vibes the whole way. We met some great people. Most recently, Anthony, Sarah, Gabby, like all these people that have come on.
Yeah.
And so
I hope our friends in the North too, man. We've had a lot of Canadians on this show, but they're in another lockdown and things are getting serious up there.
Yeah,
like militarization of the police type shit. Things are getting serious. So, you know, thoughts for them for sure. Good vibes for them, man. Hoping everything they can get past it. But yeah, man, it's to wrap it up for this episode, man. Episode 48. This has been a blessing, dude. And I think, you know, more to come. We got a lot to talk about. We're so close to 1 year. We're gonna have a great show for that. You know what I mean? You got the new drop for Silk. Everything's just going in motion, dude. And it's awesome. It's awesome to hear.
Yeah, definitely. More things to come. We got some product reviews we're going to do. We're going to collab on a Blade Tech one. More content coming. Summer.
Yeah.
We're going to be out and about playing hockey, doing shit. So I'm excited for it. And our following's growing, bro. We're getting more subs. Yeah. So we appreciate everyone that, you know, subscribes, likes, shares. Love. Yeah, for sure. Even if you just come for the stories or you just come for the NHL, or maybe you come for all of it. Maybe you only like Jay and you don't like me. Or maybe you like me, you don't like Jay. Or maybe you like both of us and you don't even want to hear what they say. You just want to look at our pretty faces. We appreciate you. However you're here. Thank you. I think our Bob Prop video with Loaf is up to like 5,000 views on YouTube.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We're growing, man. We're growing.
Yeah. And it's all because of you guys. You just keep smashing like buttons, subscribing, sharing.
Sorry for spamming your feeds, but you know, it's the only marketing we can do. We gotta put everything out there. So if you like it and share it, we appreciate it.
Definitely, guys. And make sure to check us out over at Men Behind the Mitts on Instagram, updating daily there with fun posts, all types of stuff. That keeps track with the episodes and our IG lives as well. Don't forget to check over here, Silky Mitts HC. Be sure to check out the Instagram and definitely check out the webpage, guys. Support the boys over there, and that's how we keep the train going, guys. And as always, we appreciate the support. But yeah, man, I think that's a great episode 48. I had some fun, man. Back to basics, just me and you, brother.
I know it's been a while. We got to catch up. I honestly thought we were going to talk about conspiracy theories. I'm kind of glad we didn't because I'm getting kind of hungry and we would have been here for a long time. Yeah.
Absolutely. I'll save some for it. We'll get them lined up next one.
Yeah, I already thought about something. I was like, man, these militarization shit in Canada. Can you imagine seeing a Canadian Civil War? Woo-wee. All right. Until next time, folks. Right. Thanks for following Men Behind the Mitts podcast. We'll see you.
Yeah, you guys are beauts. Thanks, guys.
I got to press the button.
The boys from Men Behind the Mitts just want to say thanks for listening. And as always, be sure to follow us on all your favorite social media outlets at Men Behind the Mitts. Brought to you by Silky Mitts Hockey Club. Support the boys at silkymittshc.com.